Hi, and welcome back, my focus and able traders. I hope the recent week's market conditions didn't discourage you. This is actually normal, and it is high time you accepted that even your analysis could be correct and still concede some losses. Now, welcome back to the channel if you are new on this platform. Right, on this platform we do weekly FX market forecasts on every Sunday, looking forward into the pending week, right? And this week will be week 7, right? The pending week is actually week 7. The recent one was week 6, right? And then for the last 2 weeks hasn't really been profitable, even though the losses and then the trading activities is not that much, because even though after doing the analysis we have to wait and check with our confluences the market conditions, the fundamentals, in order to trade. So if you realize on our platforms for sharing signals, the setups or signals hasn't been on the higher side, and then there's limited activities on the channel. Not because we are not around, but because of the market conditions. We have to be very patient and watch the market, right? Hence the reason why I couldn't, or I didn't send much of a setup, right? I think 1, 2 setups we lost. So according to my strategy or my plan, whenever I lose maybe on a particular pair consecutively, I have to stay away from the market and just be watching. It is part of the training, so don't be discouraged. Right, now moving forward, if you're new, like I was saying, we do analysis on DXY, JPY, and then probably on gold. And then in the course of the week, we don't do preliminary analysis on the stock indices or the stock, but we do them in the course of the week. We look at the, our analysis, our setup, and then we trade on the fly. So without further ado, we will zoom into JPY, right? We are starting today with JPY. We want to manage our time, so that is it. Now on JPY, actually, I have considered a top-down analysis from the weekly time frame, the daily, the 4H, and then even the 1 hour, looking at what the confluences that I'm expecting. Now, like you know, I wouldn't like to waste much time. I have considered all these conditions and then written them down. So in the video, I'm going to be quite snappy here. So now on the higher time frame, that's the daily time frame, right? Daily, we have a W. Wait, let me show you something. I may not be zooming in here and there, but on the daily time frame, right, the market seems to be in what in consolidation, right? If I should move back, right, looking at this what is it, this red line, and then moving back to this level, there again, back here again, up here. So the red line, like I said, I've been saying always, is not a determined or final resistance or support level, but we actually look at it and see how the market, the participants react to the market, right? So at this level, looking or taking internal structure, or better still cascading structure, we can see that there's from here, there's market consolidation happening or sideways happening here, right? So on the daily time frame, we can even say that we have this shape called a pattern we call a W pattern, right? Some have other names that they used to call double bottom and double tops, right? So that is it. So I call it with a simple shape, the W shape here, down here, right? And then at the top here also, and then back almost to the level again, and then back here. So you see the consolidation happening here. So at this level, we are on undefined resistance level, where we are seeing that if the market is going to break above or break below or respected, we are yet to find out. So that is what we see. So in fact, I'll give my final thoughts on the DXY, sorry, the JPY, sorry, the final thought on that. But I'm doing the analysis from the different time frame. So on the daily time frame, I see a W shape, and now at the moment we are at a resistance level, a weak resistance level with a W shape. Now moving to the 4H, let me go to the 4H and see what is happening. Now under 4H, zooming out, right? Zooming out, this is what we see here. So here from here, market is what moving up nicely. So it looks it looks bullish, right? That's what I can see on the 4H. It actually looks bullish for the on the 4H. It looks quite bullish. So still at this level that I call a weak resistance, because market has recently consolidated and then broken out. A breakout is here, and then we are here. So still watching and seeing if we can get to this level or be respected here and actually come down to probably this level, maybe a retest again, and then we go up. So on the 4H, things looks bullish, yet there's a weak resistance that we are at the moment on. I hope you understand. So we have looked at the 1D, the daily time frame, which is consolidating. On the 4H, we see the market's bullish, right? So let's see the weekly and see what is happening on the weekly time frame, right? Now the weekly looks quite haphazard, messy, right? So let me try and then zooming things out. Now on the weekly, I actually see it to be bullish, still bullish, right? Still bullish, because even if we start from this level, right, this level, let me put it here, this level, yeah, this level, market moved up to that level, and now it looks more like it's filling the gap, but we are still consolidating around, even though we can actually be trading because it's a weekly time frame. Now zooming out and then looking at it properly, this is what we can see here, right? So a strong bullish candlestick here, yet we are at that weak resistance level, right? So on the weekly time frame, I can actually say that the market looks bullish. So with the top-down analysis that we have done, the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour, there is a kind of unanimous agreement between the 4H and the weekly, right? Now, my advice, my final thought, let me say, maybe I can see something in the 1H, right? And let's see. 1H. Please bear with me, I'm using a phone instead of the PC. So once again, on the 1H is quite bullish, yet we are at that resistance level. Now the resistance means that anything is bound to happen, right? Quite indecisive, because at that level, market could respect that level and start dropping and sell to continue back into the consolidating, or market could actually break out easily. Now one thing, my final thought on JPY is that on Mondays, this happens to all the pairs that I've observed or I've been trading so far, that on Mondays the market is quite indecisive, which means that it could actually start moving in the direction that you think is going to continue for the rest of the day or for the rest of the week. Then lo and behold, you see that the market has actually changed structure or character, whatever you call it, the terminology that you have, and the market will start going in the opposite way. And one thing is that you have to manage your psychological skills, because Monday is the first day, according to the trading week, is the first day of the trading week. So if you are not able to manage your psychology well, your emotions well on the first day of the week, it's going to affect you throughout your trading week. So it's quite advisable that you stay away from the market. Just be watching and then be studying. Be doing your markings, your markouts and all that. Just waiting for the market to come to you and then start trading, right? The come to you is in quotes. I'm not saying that you should wait forever. When the thing is actually playing and going your way, you have to wait for a no. So you do your markets and then wait for the market just to enter your zone, and then you press the button and then you hit the accelerator, and then we keep going. So that is what is going to happen. So I will advise that you stay away. On the other platforms that I do and the signals and all that, you have to be patient and be watching. If I drop it, you trade. If I don't drop it, it's still your decision. Whatever you want to do, since you may not be my direct mentee, right? So you can decide. The ball is in your court. But this is my suggestion. I wouldn't even call it advice. That's my suggestion. So that's what I have to say on what the JPY, the Japanese yen. Now let's move to what is it? The DXY, right? So now DXY, right? DXY, in fact, still top-down analysis, but I'm not going to waste much time. Now on the 4-hour time frame, right? If you check here, you see a red line up, and then yes, slanting upwards or going upwards, and then we see a horizontal line also. Now once again, you see something with a rectangular shape. I call it the fair value gap, where price enters and then start going in the direction that I have predicted, or that is it. So once again, you see another blue line arrow going up, right? And then you see a small black line, horizontal line. Now what this means is that it is Monday and Sunday, and the market could actually move out easily or start misbehaving between these boundaries, this rectangular area and then this black line, hence this arrow up measuring the pips. So here I'm going to watch what the market is going to do, because there's quite indecision on the other time frames, right? So I'm going to wait here. If market breaks out of this or above the black line successfully or nicely, once again the adjectives here or the adverbs here is nicely, breaks above nicely. We could break out but will not be sustained there, and then we'll start dropping again. So I'm going to expect it to wait for it to break out successfully, and then I'll start deciding or concluding that market's DXY is going to continue buying. Else I'll wait for it to come to this area, tap into it, and then still wait for how it's going to behave. If it breaks below, then I'm expecting price. The final thought on that is that if it breaks below this purple area, I'm going to expect it to continue dropping into this purple area, right? This area that I've marked here, right? And this, if I should go to the higher time frame or other time frames, it is actually a fair value gap. Fair value gap. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's a simple way of learning. I may not address everything, even though I've done that in the other episodes or other video. You can look it up. It's as simple as that. Now you can check. So if it comes into this area, I'm expecting to at least get to this black line, the black line horizontal in this purple area, and then I'm going to enjoy dips on DXY. So that is what I have to say. Even if I should go a higher time frame, let's see what I can see there. The higher time frame here, once again, you see quite messy because it looks like a pullback. Now a pullback is below the what? This slanted blue channel, right? So I am still waiting and watching it and seeing what is going to happen. Now once again, market could easily, even on Sunday, when market opens, you can actually easily move to this black line, the red line, and then we can see that the analysis has already been achieved, or the anticipation, or yes, our bias has already been achieved. Then we have to look either a more push-up or a reversal. So that's what I can say on DXY. Now on the weekly too, let's see what is happening here. It's quite indecisive, right? Because the candle is what? Red, bearish, yet the psychology behind it means that the tug of war between the buyers and sellers is quite strong, and then the sellers move the market a bit closer to what? The lower shadow, right? So but generally on the weekly time frame, the market looks bearish because as a bearish candlestick pattern has been formed, right, which is an evening star. So we are still below the evening star formation or pattern very nicely, even though generally on the weekly time frame we see the market to be what being in a bullish sense. So that's what I can say on the weekly analysis, right? So On other pair like the stock indices, like I said, we are not going to do any analysis here or preliminary analysis, but we can check in the channel if you want to trade them. You may know, maybe you are not a trader for what is it called, the stock indices. Maybe you just trade the normal currencies, right? But if you trade other ones, you just have to check in the channel for a signal and the analysis, and then you can start trading. Now I think on gold also I will do what on the fly analysis or on the fly trading, and then we can check that. So we will say I think we are at the end of our analysis, right? So now thank you very much for watching. We will see you after reconnecting. Stay safe and trade safe. Bye for now.